Jerry Jones talking, Dabo Swinney talking. They're talking about the Colin Kaepernick protest. And Dabo Swinney, the Clemson coach, he's real good. Dabo Swinney's the coach. I want to quote you right here. It says, Dabo Swinney thought Kaepernick had a right to protest, but cautioned that it would be a distraction and it would create more division. So we're going to start my show with two words: distraction and division. Divide, distract, divide. Now, we all know that America, right, was founded by protests. Boston Tea Party, a protest. The American Revolution, taxation without representation. So we know that. That's a given. You know that. We were founded by protest. But I would argue that suppressing opinion divides. And I'll give you my family and my kids as an example, because I've seen this happen time and time and time again. And as a dad, I've said I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making it up as I go. But that's okay. That's what dads do, right? There's no book I've read that tells me how to parent. I got to make it up as I go. But I'll tell you what happens and how division and distraction happens in our family is if my kids ask for something and I say, no, and I'm rigid and stubborn and won't hear their side, that creates division, because then they go to mom and they rally mom. If I listen to them and we have, remember, parenting at times is negotiation. You don't let them drink. You don't let them have fun. You don't let them date. They end up on the Howard Stern show as strippers. You know how that works, right? The more strident you are, they end up as strippers. So you better negotiate and treat them as human beings, not human doings. But it's very funny that I get a lot of Southern football fans. Kaepernick is divisive. It is distracting. It is divisive. It is interesting. 2 years ago in that state, Confederate flags fly. Many Southerners supported the flags. That was divisive. No. Interesting, isn't it? People don't see divisive if they agree with it. The Confederate flag wasn't divisive. How many Southerners rallied around it? For it. That's divisive. It's really interesting. I saw another Dabo Swinney quote. I think the answer to our problems is exactly what they were for Martin Luther King when he changed the world. Love, peace, education, tolerance of others. And tolerance, therefore, of protests. And I thought about this morning. The two words to think about: distraction, division. Distraction, division. Division, distract. Just think about those two words. When is the last time an NFL locker room was truly divided? Now, I'm going to give you a couple seconds here to think about this. I mean, let's go way back. I'm going to give you 3 examples. How about McNabb T.O.? Whoo-wee! That locker room was divided in Philadelphia. Do you know why it was divided in Philadelphia between T.O. and McNabb? Because the players took sides. Some like T.O., some like McNabb. T.O. played, broken leg, Super Bowl was amazing. McNabb vomited, end of the game. T.O. was saying, McNabb cost us the Super Bowl. That locker room was divided. Do you know why it was divided? A football issue. Ooh, I'll give you another one. RG3 and Shanahan. Was it politics that divided it? No, it was football stuff again. The coach didn't even want to draft a quarterback. The coach didn't really like the quarterback. The coach drafted another quarterback in that draft. Once again, it was football stuff. Okay, I know one that was politics. The Miami Dolphins. Richie Incognito, Joe Philbin. That was all politics. No, it wasn't. Not inside the locker room. It was to people who don't go in that locker room. It was to writers. But do you know what divided that locker room? The players in the Dolphins liked Incognito because he was a better football player. He was a tougher guy. They wanted to go to battle with him. We all, myself included, took Jonathan Martin's side. We don't like bullying. But inside the locker room, Incognito was the better player, the tougher guy, the more vocal leader, and the players liked Incognito. Once again, 3 for 3, football stuff. What's dividing locker rooms isn't politics. Shanahan, RG3, McNabb and T.O., Incognito, Jonathan Martin, Philbin. What divides football locker rooms isn't Kaepernick, isn't Michael Sam. What divides it is we're not winning enough games. This guy talks too much and doesn't produce. This guy deserves to be backed by teammates because he's actually better than that guy. I'm for the quarterback. I'm for the receiver. Football stuff, football stuff, football stuff. We're so petrified that Colin Kaepernick and Michael Sam are going to divide locker rooms. They don't. They don't divide locker rooms. You played high school football. Some of you played college. Some of you played pros. Nobody cared who anybody voted for. Nobody cared what cause, what flyer you passed out on the campus. Nobody cared. What they care about, dude, do you have my back when I drop back to throw and they get a pass rusher? What they care about is, do you run hard? Do you get out of bounds? You know what divided the Cowboys locker room this weekend? Terrence Williams didn't get out of bounds. Nobody cares what Dak Prescott cares about politically. Terrence Williams didn't get out of bounds. That divided the locker room. So guys like me in the media out here can say divide, 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 divisive, 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 distraction, distraction, distraction. Once you get in the room, it's football. That's what cares. You know what's dividing the locker room right now for the Rams? They couldn't score a point. Goff, Keenum. That's dividing the locker room. Because right now they're taking sides. A lot of the young guys are like, I want Jared Goff. A lot of the old guys are like, I want Jared Goff. The coaching staff is like, we're not ready for Jared Goff. That's your division.